Yeah. It's a new day.
You lost dirty shirt Friday to Wisocki anyway yesterday. He won. His shirt was worse.
Who's?
Wisocki.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Okay, so we are here to pick a winning NFL game. You can find us at One Pick Wonders on Twitter, and that will give you the link to go to this video to watch the actual analysis that we go through to do the pick for tomorrow's game. So we are 3-4 right now, 75%, coming off a huge victory with an underdog last week with Houston. So what do you fellas think about commentary on last week's win?
Houston crushed Tennessee.
Yeah, good.
Just killed him. So it was a great pick.
Yeah, but it helped that Mariota left early.
Yeah, he pulled the over muscle.
Yeah, that always helps. And Watson looked good. Deshaun Watson had 5 touchdowns.
5?
Yeah.
Five touchdowns.
Yeah, he threw for 4 and ran for 1.
Wow. So that's 75% picking against the spread in the NFL is pretty damn good. So
Yeah, we just had that. We just, if the Broncos would have showed up, we'd be undefeated.
Yeah, it wasn't for stupid Von Miller.
Well, they might not have won. They still might not have won.
No, but still, he didn't help.
But, no, hey, I like the format so far. 3-1. That's not bad.
Yeah, much better than Big Pick 4.
Yeah. What was our winning percentage? Like 45%. I think one year we finished above 500, right?
I think so.
Did we? I don't remember.
I think one year we finished above 500.
Yeah, so going back to introductions, you have Scott, Dan, and Brian, who are the top 3 in the Philly bottom feeders fantasy football league. So you have the experts here.
That's right.
Let's just hope that Ezekiel Elliott gets suspended. Let's just fingers crossed.
Way. He's going to be out for life. I'm going to win this league too. I already conquered baseball. Now it's time to conquer football too.
Dan, do you have Ezekiel on your team, Dan?
I'm sorry?
Do you have Ezekiel Elliott on your team?
Yeah, you should know. You're at the draft.
Oh,
he was getting yelled at by his daughter.
I only look at my team. I don't look at other people's teams.
Oh, yeah. I have Ezekiel Elliott and Le'Veon Bell on my team.
So what are the ramifications if Ezekiel gets suspended?
He'll be out 6 games, and Brian will be laughing.
So
I'll be happy.
What's your fallback? If you lose Ezekiel, then who do you go to?
I don't know. I have a couple of idiots on my bench who kind of suck. I'd have to go to one of them, I guess. Or make a trade. I could trade Stephon Diggs to Brian for somebody.
Maybe you'd be looking at maybe you'd be looking at my Chris Thompson.
You can keep that guy.
Why is that funny?
Keep him. Your running backs are garbage, Scott. They're Frank Gore and Chris Thompson. They're garbage.
Yeah, right.
No, I have CJ from Broncos, dude.
He's all right.
He shut you up.
No, he's all right. He's only one, though. All your other running backs are garbage.
Yeah, well, I just picked up this guy from the Bengals, some guy that was doing well for the Bengals. I don't know.
Yeah, but he doesn't get many touches. But he doesn't get many touches because you got Joe Mixon and Jeremy Hill. He doesn't get a lot of touches.
Can you imagine how frustrated I was with the New England game Thursday night? I had White, right? And I'm like, fucking run White. And there was like 2 other running backs that kept running and running and running. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Every year, I make sure I never get a New England running back. Every year, they have like 3.
Yeah, it's a sound philosophy.
Yeah, every year they never go to one guy.
No, never. It's a different guy every week.
Yep.
It was killing me. I'm like, put my guy in. Come on. What the hell?
Or you can blame Belichick.
Okay, so Danny, who are you going to trade me for White from the Patriots?
The Lions defense. The Lions defense for White.
You better not laugh about them because that's our pick for this week. So let's talk about the pick for this week.
I'll trade you Brent. I'll trade you Brent Selleck.
Kyle Bowler.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Brent Selleck. I think he's got like 2 catches on the year.
Don't laugh at Frank Gore, though. Don't laugh at Frank Gore, though. Man, he's holding up. He's holding up.
Yeah, he's as old as Al Gore.
He's not a top 15 running back in the league right now.
No.
He's a touchdown dependent guy. If he doesn't score a touchdown, he has a shitty game.
But I got rid of this Thielen. Who was this Thielen? Was he from Baltimore?
You mean Terrence
Minnesota?
Wide receiver, I think.
Why'd you get rid of him?
He wasn't performing up to my standards.
Wait, you dropped Thielen?
Yeah, he drops everybody.
Wait, did you? No, he's available on the waiver wire?
I think he is. Yeah, I think I dropped him. I got mad at him.
Dan's got his computer ready. I'll grab him, man. I'll grab him.
His numbers weren't adding up, so he got rid of them.
Are you sure you dropped him?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who I dropped.
No, you dropped. You dropped Terrence West.
Oh, yeah, that's who it was. West.
Hey, if you drop Thielen, man, go ahead, drop Thielen. My waiver claim's pretty high.
All right, well, Dan's going to trade me for. He needs a running back. So who are you going to trade for Thielen?
Thielen's a wide receiver.
I know, but maybe we can work out a deal there. It's got to be some type of deal.
Some type of deal? Let's see. What kind of deal?
Yeah, you give me some.
Well, you already have Thielen. He's still on your team. He's in your starting lineup.
Oh, shit. Well, I guess it was West I was thinking of.
Yeah. And your running backs are terrible.
Yeah, they're garbage.
You're Bonnie Bernard. Anderson's all right. Thompson, nah. I mean, he's a good player, but he doesn't get enough touches. And White and Al Gore just suck.
No, Gore doesn't suck. He's holding out.
He sucks.
Running back.
He doesn't touch the ball in the second half. They take him out in the second half because he's so old. Robert,
he can't play the whole game. He's too tired after halftime. He needs a nap.
He's tired. They put in Robert Turbin.
Yeah,
they had the last.
He had to take his milk of magnesia, so he can't play a second half.
Yeah, Robert Turbin. The last game I was watching it, he played most of the fourth quarter.
I know, Scott. You need a running back? I can trade you Jeremy Hill for Aaron Rodgers.
No, Aaron Rodgers is do not trade. He's on a do not.
I like it, Dan.
Yes.
That's an Ed Perkin-esque.
That's right.
Okay, so the Lions this week, picking the Lions this week at a cover 3 against who the hell are they playing? They're playing the Carolina sex offenders, or what do you call it? Sexual harassers.
The male chauvinists.
The male chauvinists. That's right. So let's have some analysis about this week's game that we're picking. While I go get another beer, because I mean my Keystone is it ran out. Talk amongst yourselves.
The Lions have a really good defense, and they should be undefeated if they didn't get screwed by the officials in that game against Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, they held Minnesota to 7 points last week on the road. I mean, the Lions were on the road at Minnesota. They won 14-7. Their defense is really playing well.
Yeah.
And at Carolina, I think that was just a what do you call it? An aberration, that offensive outburst, just because New England's defense just sucked the first few weeks.
New England has given up more total yards in the first 4 weeks than they're on record pace in the 2012 Saints, who broke the record for most yards given up. So they're on pace to break the 2012 Saints. So
not good.
Yeah. So Carolina, like if you look at a lot of those plays from last week, they were the D-backs. The miscommunications were leaving guys wide open.
Yeah, they're pointing at each other.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think that people are already back on the Cam Newton bandwagon too quickly. I think you got to give him a couple more games.
Half his weapons are out. What's his name? Olsen is out. The other guys, Benjamin's hurt, but he's still playing. I don't think Funchess is anything special. They're just, I don't know, they don't really knock your pants off with their offensive weapons.
Yeah, and the one thing, I was just looking at the stats. Detroit's defense is good against the run, and that's what the Panthers do well. So I also think they're going to probably look to see the game film from last week and see that Cam Newton ran the ball a lot. So I think they'll adjust, and the fact that he was running the ball more, I think the defense will adjust. I don't think the Patriots are ready for Cam Newton to run the ball as much as he did. So I think they'll adjust.
Also, to use a Brianism, I think the corner should jam the receivers on the line because Newton's not the most patient guy to let the route redevelop. He might just start running; they can just nail him.
Yeah.
No, that's the Brianism is they're going to load the box, Dan. They're going to load the box.
Classic. That is definitely from the playbook, the BKO playbook.
Right. They're just gonna load the box. He's not gonna have
I'm just going to go with my gut and say they're going to load the box.
Right. It's a gut pick. I think the Coos might get cancer this week.
No, the other thing Dan probably knows this, but Khalil's out. The left tackle for the Panthers is out. That's a big loss. So what's his name? Ansah could get pressure. For the Lions, the front four Lions is pretty good. Kirk Coleman is out. The safety for the Panthers is out too.
You're probably happy about that.
So they got some injuries. Oh my God! Yo, he's led the NFL interceptions the last 2 years.
Wow.
You know that? Did you know that? No, yes. I swear to God, I just heard it on the TV the other day. But anyway, he's out. I don't know. Playing at home, Detroit plays well at home. Carolina's 2 straight road games. Plus, they're coming off a big win over New England, so they, it might be a letdown game.
And yeah, the distraction of all the stuff with the woman this week too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the thing with Cam Newton, he could be distracted. I mean, the fact that Ron Rivera had to constantly take questions at the press conference about the sexual harassment and not about the game, and he probably pissed him off. He had to actually talk to Cam Newton during the week about it. So yeah, it's a distraction that could take away, So yeah, I think it's a good pick. I think it's a solid pick. And 3 is a very low. I always tell when I first started doing this show with Scott, one of the first things that I learned was I like low spreads. So I think 3 is a nice number.
Yeah, and look at the Thursday game with the players that were out. You had the Gronk. His pussy hurt. He was over on the sidelines, but you had like 3 of what was it? 2 or 3 of the of the Bucks defense out. Linebackers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they had their two starting linebackers, David and Alexander, were both out.
Oh, but they were supporting the team on the sidelines. What the hell good does that do?
Good morale. It's a morale boost.
Yeah, it's a big morale boost. I don't know. Gronk didn't look that hurt to me. He was over on the sidelines hamming it up and, having a good old time. He was at a country music festival or something. Yeah.
Not as bad as the time. Hey, Dan, remember when Jason Peters was dancing? Remember after he was after he was quote hurt, came out of the game and he was dancing on the sideline.
Yeah, he just bailed out of the game. He didn't want to be in it anymore.
Jessica was calling him Jessica Peters or something.
Yeah.
I would love to see that stat with the comparison of the win-loss record to how many key players are quote on the IR. Right, as soon as they start losing, they're all on the IR. They're all watching and sleeping like hoodies on the sidelines and shit. As soon as the team starts losing, they're all on the IR.
Yo, that would be be a good test. Would be like the 0-16 Lions to see toward the end of the year how many players were quote hurt.
Apparently, all of them. Well, still hoping the Browns match him. Still rooting for that. They're 0-4, quarter of the way there.
I picked them in my pool this week, though.
I remember.
I picked the Browns. Yeah.
I remember from being in D.C. As bad as the Redskins were with Gibbs v 2.0 and Shanny, and it was the guy I would always focus on was Chris Collinsworth. Is that the guy? Is that the right guy? Who was the tight end for the Redskins? Who am I thinking?
Chris Collinsworth.
No,
Cooley. Chris Cooley.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "Well, yeah, I'm a little banged up, but I'm enjoying helping out with my wife's pottery museum. I'm a little banged up this week," and he would always go on the local sports talk,
Well, what's his name? Jim Kelly used to do that. Jim Kelly used to bail out on games, and then Frank Reich would bring them back, and then he'd come in at the end and win the game.
Yeah, I'm still working on my hamstring here, but my wife has a great pottery that we're working on.
He was a good player, though. He was a good tight end, man. He had a good career, though. It's not like he was a shitty player.
He wasn't L.J. Smith.
How many Super Bowl rings?
As many as you and Brian have.
Exactly. So your definition of good needs to be adjusted.
His stats are good. He's got good stats.
Really?
He's a stat filler.
And who was
look at his stats.
Who was the defensive guy that the owner spent all the money on, and then he would go in like a bull, like with his head down?
Oh, wasn't that Andre Wadsworth?
No.
Hainsworth. Wasn't it Hainsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hainsworth.
And he would go in with like with his head down like a bull. And then just fall to the ground as soon as somebody touched him.
Yeah, they did a whole what's his name, Warren Sapp, one time. He called him out because they actually showed plays from a game, and there were plays where he was just taking off. The play would start, he would stand up, the quarterback would drop back, and he wouldn't even rush. He would just stand. like it's at least you could put effort. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do in any sport is effort. Easiest thing. He would just take off plays. I mean, I think once he made $100 million, he didn't care, you know?
They should have stuck Viking horns on his helmet. That would have been really funny. To have horns like a bull, and they're on the top of his helmet.
Yeah.
And he would just take the red cape and swish it away, and he would just fall on the ground.
I do have to eat crow though, because if Dan remembers, I did want him on the Eagles. So
yeah, you were mad. You wanted to sue the NFL for allowing the Redskins to sign him.
I'm glad we didn't get him.
Well, I missed out on what's his name, Upton. Remember, I wanted B.J. Upton, and he turned out to be horrible.
That's right. You did. He stunk. He was terrible. Yeah, this is true.
So how are you guys weighing in on Golden Tate for tomorrow? How's he looking?
What, do you have him on your fantasy?
No, on the Lions. I mean, they need Golden Tate for tomorrow. What's your take on him?
I don't know. He'll catch some passes and fall down. I don't know. He's nothing special.
I don't know. He's a slot guy, right, Dan?
Huh?
Isn't he mostly a slot guy, though?
Yeah, slot guy, possession guy. He doesn't really. I mean, you know, he's steady, catches the ball, but he's not really a big play guy. They don't really have that guy there.
Yeah, I think what's his name's got to have a big game. The running back Abdullah. I think he's got to have a big game because he catches too. He's a good runner and he can catch out of the backfield. He's got to have and then they got Theo Riddick, third down running back. He has to have a big game. Their tight end stinks.
I wonder if Pettigrew's going to decide to show up this week. The tight end.
Ebron, he stinks.
Oh, Ebron, that's right. Yeah, and, he should play like 4 games a year.
Yeah, and their backup is Fells. They don't have good tight ends, but yeah, I mean everybody has to play a good game, I guess. But you know, they'll probably put their best corner on Golden Tate, I guess.
I mean, I like Stafford at home. I mean, I think he obviously plays a lot better in that dome than he does somewhere else.
And the other thing about Stafford too is he's like Brady. He spreads the ball around. He's not like Cutler. He doesn't just pick one guy and just throw the ball to him 20 times.
Yeah, but unlike Brady, he doesn't win anything.
This is true, but he does spread the ball around. That wasn't my point, Dan.
He does.
So we are liking the Stafford-Newton matchup, right? You know, we're liking that matchup.
Yeah, I think, like Dan said, I think last week was an anomaly. I think that a Cam Newton played against a terrible Patriots defense, and he had a couple nice runs. I mean, like I said, the 3 weeks before that, though, Cam Newton didn't really run. I guess because of his shoulder, he was nervous, so he had only a couple runs. But last week, the offensive coordinator took the cape off, took the bubble wrap off. He had 7 rushes last week, and for like 40 yards. But I think the Lions are going to look at the film, and they're going to be ready for that one, especially that one play where he fakes the dive and he runs around the end, the quarterback keeper. They did it a couple times against the Patriots. Anyway, I just think that NFL teams are going to adjust. So
well, the Lions have better linebackers than the Patriots, and those linebackers will light him up if he starts running around.
Oh yeah, the rookie. I like the rookie, Davis.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
They were better. I mean, come on. When your safety's Patrick Chung, I don't know how good your safeties are. We learned that the hard way here, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're going to box him in. Their pass rush is better than the doing the pass rush. They can't sack anybody.
Yeah, the Patriots have a terrible pass rush.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be.
Go ahead, Brian.
I think it's going to be low scoring. I don't know what the over/under is, but it's 2 pretty good defenses. So I mean, I could see 17-13, something like that. 17-10, 14-10. It's 2 pretty good defenses. The Lions' defense is actually underrated because I was looking at their overall. I think they're like 10 or 11 overall defense this year.
So the over/under is 42.5, and
I'd go under. I'd go under.
Lions right now.
Yeah, I'd go under. I'd go under 42.5.
Yeah, I agree. I bet it's under.
But I'm I'm going to change the official line now to 2.5 because I'm looking at the line. It's 2.5 now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's under a field goal. Yeah.
So Pinnacle has it at 2.5. All right, that makes it. Yeah, that's even better for us.
Better, yeah. I'm on it live right now. We're at 2.5 right now.
So if you're watching the show out there and you're gambling, you lock it in right now. Send the money into Vegas right now before it jumps past 2.5. Right, Dan?
Or the Cayman Islands or Aruba or wherever.
Or just call me. I do the interstate booking of bets. And, laws. Call me. I'll book it.
He'll for a fee. He'll do it for a fee.
A small, large fee.
You got to have the VIG, right? I got to take my VIG.
Take it off the top.
I'll book that. No problem. Call me with your bets.
Hey, I
wonders. Send the bets in. I can get it done. Don't worry. I know people.
I know people.
I have a question for my brother though. So you said you did research. So when you take our 4 picks, you said you do research. Where do you go on some websites?
Yes, multiple websites. Yes.
Which ones? What are the ones that you use? What are the main ones?
I use Yahoo. I use CBS. I use Oddshark.com.
Okay.
I use Covers.com. I use Fantasy Labs is a big one that I use. But yeah, it pretty much boils down to, believe it or not, as far as the data, to get the data is between Covers.com and Oddshark.com. That's where the data lies. Okay.
Yeah, so
I can use Yahoo and I can use CBS to a point, but yeah, the data's on Oddshark and Covers. Yeah, no doubt.
So you take me and Dan's 4 picks, and then you go on those websites. Whatever one has the best favorable.
Yeah. Exactly.
Working so far.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, because football is so different from hockey and baseball, which is my mainstay betting sport that I do all the time, and it's so much. It's so different, with football, with the spreads and. Like we said last week, we took an underdog, which I would never do on hockey and baseball. I would never take an underdog, never, ever. But with football, it's a different animal. You have.
It was a good pick.
Yeah.
So 3-1. I mean, if we're the pace we're on, we could be 12-4. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Brian.
Yeah, thank you. Kutztown University education.
Well, no, I will say that if you could pick above 65% on NFL, you're an expert. And right now we're at 75%. So
pretty.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
That's an expert level picking. Because that's a tough sport to pick. It really is.
Yeah, but don't those guys usually pick more than just one game a week?
Well, no, you have to take baby steps. Baby steps. Are you going to do a pick 'em on NFL and just pick the board? That's crazy. You got to pick a win. Because you know what? If I'm a betting man in Las Vegas, let's say I got a pile of money and I'm in Las Vegas, 12 bets. I want to place one bet and I just want to win. I want to walk away and be done for the week. I don't want to place 12 bets. That's cumbersome.
Yeah, that's true.
Give me one bet. I can take all my money and I can bet 12 bets, or I can take all my money and I can bet one bet. Give me one bet that I can win, and I'll walk away. I'll be done for the week. I'll drop the mic. Boom.
That's true. You only really have to. You only have to do research on one. Like if you do 12 games, you got to do research on 12 games. That's a lot of work.
Why wouldn't I want to just, bet one pick wonders, one bet, and then walk off and be done? It's a walk off home run.
Yeah, you were saying
walk-off home run. You know?
So if you do the math, let's say you do like $10,000 a game, right? And if you're at 75% at the end of the year, you're walking away with what, $60,000-$70,000, right?
Easy.
Yeah, that's what Dan makes a year as a paralegal, as a super paralegal.
But
Yeah, right.
Brian, you have to realize he donates most of that money to charity. He donates most of the money to charity, so he has very little left over.
He's got the what's it called? The tithe, the Jewish tithe, right? It's 10%.
There's no tithing. Screw that. What am I, Mormon?
So isn't it like 10%, right?
10% of what? To who?
Well, you told me that you have to pay to go to a synagogue. You got to pay money or something.
Yeah, they make you pay a fee to go. It's like $1,200 or something for the year. I don't know. I don't go. They're shysters. I'm not giving them any money.
Go see a concert for that amount.
Yeah, in a box with wait service for that amount.
You could be up in a suite, up in the M&T.
Yeah, that's right. Ridiculous. It's all bullshit anyway. Who cares?
You buy a call girl. High quality call girl.
Backpage.com. I think that got shut down though, Brian. We can't do the Backpage anymore. Well, you would know.
All right.
You would know better than me.
Backpage.com.
How's the pizza guy doing, Brian?
I didn't order today.
Oh, he didn't screw you in fantasy this week?
No, I walked to the deli this morning. No, yeah, what Brenton told you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he screwed me. That's all right, though. I got him in a trade anyway, so.
Did you thank him after he was done?
Hey, listen, I'm sure no one would ever admit it, but I'm sure that I've screwed Brenton before. I'm sure he's gone to pick up a guy, and I got him before he did. So, no, I wanted Latavius Murray, and I was about to do it, and the fucking doorbell rang. So I go to get the pizza. I come back to go pick up Latavius Murray, and Brenton did. I should have brought my phone with me while I went to the door and picked him up as I was getting my pizza. That would have been a smart thing. Right?
Hope it was a good pizza.
Yeah, it was all right. It was Domino's. They have a good deal though. They give for $8 a large pizza, 2 toppings.
How about that
Pretty good
place?
deal.
That's like a block away from you. The real Italian place.
They're more expensive.
Oh.
They're like it's like for a large pizza, it's like $13.
All right, on 3, go Lions. 1, 2, 3.
Go Lions.
Go Lions! All right. See you next week.
All right, see you next week.
Next week.